Hi everyone. You guys are having one topic in syllabus about the motivation in nervous system. Though this question has never been asked in exam till now, but I really don't want to skip any topic. So today we are going to talk about this. Again, it is easy, and if it is going to be asked, it might be in 5 marks questions. So let's start. Physiology of motivation. First, we'll see the definition. Arousal of behavior which involves whatever brings an organism to an action. જેના કારણે કોઈ વસ્તુ અથવા તો કામ કરવાની જેને ઈચ્છા શક્તિ કહેવાય અથવા તો જેના કારણે કોઈ પણ ઓર્ગેનિઝમને કાર્ય કરવાની જેને કહેવાય પ્રેરણા મળે, that is called motivation. It may result from stimuli inside or outside the body. Now we'll see the types of motivation. There are total 3 types of motivation. First is a homeostatic motivation, then there is a non-homeostatic motivation, and third is a learned or social motivation. We'll see the homeostatic motivation first. Hunger, thirst, respiration, excretion, this all comes under the homeostatic motivation. Okay, so now let's talk about one type of homeostatic motivation and take the hunger as example. So generally, when are we hungry, or when do we eat? When there is no food in our stomach, and when we are hungry. So how do we know when our stomach is empty? So our stomach growls, and these are called hunger pangs. કહેવાય ને કે પેટમાંથી અવાજ આવતા હોય અથવા તો ગુડગુડ જેવો અવાજ આવતો હોય, that is called hunger pangs. Physiology of hunger. In brief, stomach contraction, જેમ આગળ વાત કરી pangs, send signals to the brain making us aware of our hunger. So this is the figure કે જેની અંદર there was a scientist called Washburn, અને એણે એક બલૂન kind of tube છે સ્વાલો કરી, અને which was measuring the stomach contraction. અને જેટલી વખત એ હંગ્રી ફીલ કરે એટલી વખત he was pressing the key. And in this graph there is a stomach contraction, and here is the time in minutes, and hunger pangs are shown here. તમને જસ્ટ આઈડિયા આપવા માટે કે કેવી રીતે મેઝર કર્યું હતું. Then there is a non-homeostatic motivation. Sex, curiosity about the environment, nest building, these all include in non-homeostatic motivation. Now we'll talk about one type of non-homeostatic motivation, and this time we'll take the sexual motivation as example. So basically, sexual motivation is nature's clue or nature's clever way of making people procreate, enabling our species to survive. Hormone and sexual behavior. Sex hormones affect the development of sexual characteristics and activate the sexual behavior. And third is a learned or social motivation. Curiosity, desire for novelty, social affiliation, social affiliation and approval. Okay, આ જે વસ્તુઓ છે બધી સોશિયલ મોટિવેશનની અંદર આવે. Now what is social affiliation? So it is an act of connecting or associating with a person or organization. So, for example, if you are being a member of a community or an organization, it is called the social affiliation. Now, what are the functions of motivation? It activates or energizes the behavior, it directs the behavior, it creates persistence in behavior, it strengthens the determines activation and direction in face of competing motives. So there are several theories associated with the motivation, and there are five in types. First is a drive reduction theory. Second is a Maslow's hierarchy theory. Third is instinct theory. Fourth is a cognitive dissonance theory, and fifth is a Holland's personality type theory. So first we will see the drive reduction theory. A physiological need creates an aroused tension state or a drive that motivates an organism to satisfy the need. मतलब physiological need હોય એ physiological need અને psychological need હોય એ કોઈપણ ઓર્ગેનિઝમ હોય એને મોટિવેટ કરે એને એ નીડને સેટિસ્ફાઈ કરવા માટે. So there are inner pushes and external pulls. તો inner pushesની અંદર we are pushed by our need to eat when there is a hunger to reduce the tension by eating. The physiological aim of drive reduction is homeostasis. And external pulls we are pulled by incentives or positive or negative stimuli that will lure or repel us. For example, the sight of an attractive person, the threat of disapproval, etc. Drive reduction theories. Hunger, thirst, and sex were once considered drives or activators of behavior. The organism is led to reduce that drive by behavior that is reinforcing. The drive produces discomfort that energizes the organism to action to reduce the drive and achieve the equilibrium. And the reduction of the tension is reinforcing, so we tend to repeat the behavior in a similar situation. Physiology of reinforcement. More modern approach to understanding drive reduction is the dopamine circuit in the brain are activated when we engage in reinforcing behavior like eating or drinking, or in behavior of permits this, such as bar pressing or key pecking in research animals. Seems to strengthen the link between the perceptual system that detects the stimulus and the motor system that directs the response. And these were the problems in that. It implies that all human behavior is motivated to reduce tension, and we sometimes seek it out. Many reinforcing activities do not reduce the drive. Instead, we want more. How do we measure drives, especially those like curiosity or excitement? These were the problems in that particular theory. The another theory is the Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Maslow's hierarchy of need is the motivational theory in psychology comprising a 5-tiered model of human needs, often duplicated as hierarchical level within a pyramid. Needs lower down in the hierarchy must be satisfied before individuals can attend to needs higher up. From the bottom of the hierarchy upwards, the needs are physiological, safety, love, belonging, esteem, and self-actualization. So in this figure we can see that this is a Maslow's hierarchy of needs. In lower side we can see the physiological needs, then there is a safety needs, then belongingness and love needs, then esteem needs, then need to know and understand, then aesthetic needs, and then self-actualization need. So physiological needs, these are the basic needs, and જ્યારે એ ફૂલફિલ થાય છે ત્યારે 1 by 1 જે ઉપરની જે પણ નીડ્સ છે એ ફૂલફિલ કરવાની ડ્રાઈવ અથવા તો ડિઝાયર ક્રિએટ થાય છે, and we work on that. This is the Maslow's hierarchy of need. Then there is the instinct theories. This argued that instincts are the basis of all the behavior. Many instincts were identified. For example, pleasure, curiosity, achievement, friendly aggression, etc., that could be combined to explain our motives for anything. And there are some problems in this theory also, like don't account for behavioral differences across cultures, and do they really explain anything or not? So these were the problems in this theory. Then there is a cognitive dissonance theory. The term cognitive dissonance is used to describe the mental conflict that results from holding two conflicts beliefs. People tend to seek consistency in their attitude and perception, so this conflict causes feelings of unease or discomfort. People attempt to relieve this tension in different ways, such as by rejecting, explaining away, or avoiding new information. Psychologist Leon Festinger first proposed a theory of cognitive dissonance centered on how people try to reach internal consistency. He suggested that people have an inner need to ensure that their belief and behaviors are consistent. Inconsistent or conflicting beliefs lead to disharmony, which people strive to avoid. Then there is a Holland's personality type theory. So basically, Holland has described 6 types of personality. One is the realistic, other one is investigative, then there is artistic, then social, then enterprising, and conventional personality type. तो रियलिस्टिक मतलब कि फार्मर्स है, लेबरर्स है, ट्रक ड्राइवर्स है. इंटेलेक्चुअल मतलब करियर्स इन मैथ और साइंस. सोशल मतलब सेल्समैन, टीचर्स, काउंसलर. कन्वेंशनल मतलब क्लर्क्स, सेक्रेटरीज, बैंक टेलर्स. एंटरप्राइजिंगમાં મેનેજર્સ એન્ડ પોલિટિશિયન્સ. એન્ડ આર્ટિસ્ટિકની અંદર occupations which involves arts. So these are the personality type according to Holland. So now what is the achievement motivation? Achievement motivation is defined as a desire for significant accomplishment. People with a high need to achieve tend to choose tasks that allow for success, yet still require skill and effort, and keep persisting until success is achieved. Sources of achievement motivation. Why does one person become more motivated to achieve than others? Parents and teachers have an influence on the roots of motivation. There is emotional roots, like learning to associate achievement with positive emotions, and cognitive roots would be learning to attribute achievements to one's own competence, thus raising expectations of oneself. So this was about the motivation. So if you are being asked in exam in 5 marks question, so you should have to write the definition, the functions, the types, basic types, and the 5 theories associated with the motivation in brief, in what you write in 5 marks question. So this was all about the motivation, and if you are having any query regarding this, let me know.